Lagos, Nigeria, and you're welcome to Plus TV Africa's Tea Time, where we bring you trending entertainment stories, serve you hot conversations, and keep the energy 100%. My name is Deborah Akinpelumi, and you can always call me Debs for short. And with me here is the delectable Oma, ever beautiful Oma, and the handsome Mufasa Prezi. So Oma and Prezi, what's the mood like today? How you doing? You know, you're looking good.
I think Oma should go first.
Oma, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
There's this glow to you. You want to share the secret?
It's Jesus glow.
Actually, that's right. Mufasa.
Well, I'm fine. You know, I'm so excited to be here today. And
so are we.
I mean, today is a little bit, I wouldn't say slow, but we'll make the best out of it.
Yes,
actually.
and happy Ash Wednesday to the Catholics.
Yes,
we
I am
wish
a
you the
Catholic.
best of today. Happy Ash Wednesday, Oma.
Thank you.
Yes, and yes, don't just watch. Be a part of the conversation by commenting on your views on our YouTube channel at Plus TV Africa's Lifestyle. And now, without much further ado, let's dive right into the business of today. We have a lot in stock for you, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it because I will. So now, let's dive right into the first trending video. Trending video number 1.
Sing your praise, your praise. Sing your praise, your praise. Cannot stop my candlelight. Cannot stop my
I mean, that brings back memories. Honestly, if you did not get formal education in Nigeria, you're really missing out because there are some things that Nigerians can only relate to. And I think, no, I think that's a stretch. I think people all over the world should relate to this. But it's not when they tell you that, oh, results are out. Even if you studied hard for that exam and you know you were adequately prepared for it, your blood pressure still goes up.
Yeah, they always be
you
that
start sweating immediately like, God, how did I do? Like, okay, so
for me, I remember the time when, you know, aside results, you know, there are times when you probably be sleeping in your hostel or in your room, and the next thing they tell you there's one class that you never even planned for.
Oh,
you know, that update just comes that, the lecturer is maybe taking attendance or something like that. Everybody now has to start rushing from their hostel back to the class. That was quite crazy actually for me.
So what about the results moment, Oma?
The result moment is always crazy. like Deborah said, no matter how hard you read, you will always panic. There is this fear of, okay, Father Lord, let's not be like this one lecturer that is like, what is this name? Because of this name, I want to cancel. You know those village people.
My ex-girlfriend's name.
I know those village people. Like there are times you'll be praying in church and you'll be like, Father Lord, so that one, or maybe one of our lecturers now gets is unhappy at home, then he comes to mark the script. Then my script is the first thing.
Or even that factor we always have, that missing script.
Yes, missing script is always crazy.
Okay, let me tell you guys this story. There was this exam that, it wasn't like a piece of cake for me. It was one of the most tough courses that I used to offer back then. So I studied hard for this exam. Like I studied hard. Extra study. I put in extra resources, attended tutorials, got me a private tutor that I had to pay for to study for that. And then I saw my results. And the school that I graduated from, Great Ife, yeah. So once you get a 40, your GP is, a 40 is just like an F, like why a 40? So now, when I saw my result, I saw, I think, 27 over 100. And I checked like, okay, is this my result? Lo and behold, it was just my test score that was recorded. My exam score was not recorded. And I started sweating. I fasted and prayed though.
Yes, now. Like the spiritual part of you will come out.
God, please, I won't do this. Whatever I've done, I seek forgiveness. God, please. And yeah, it was eventually rectified, and I had a B in that course. But yeah, that panic, that fear.
That fear. You don't know you can quote Bible. You will quote Bible that way.
Honestly.
For the Lord said.
You see people that, they don't go to church on a normal day. You see them go to church. They're in exams. You see them every morning. You see them on NSPPD prayer platform. That God is me. Yes,
that conversation.
I think even when you are brushing, you are holding it like this. That was crazy. Yeah, and there are some of us that we don't study all semester. Then it would day before exam. You start saying, please, who has stopped? Please, no, you need to stop that. Yes, as Nigerians, we need to be more adequately prepared for exams. Yeah. At least to lessen the panic and fear when we hear things like results are out. And now that's it about trending video number 1. Let's dive right into trending video number 2.
I go ask Baba for way because Igumuji no sorry. Omo Marakoto. Someone le wale. Ẹ jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé someone le wale. Ó ju àwọn lọ. Ó sì gbà kan jù kan lọ. Àná gbé fún kan jù kan lọ.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
I believe in love, but I also believe in spending plenty money for my love.
Why are you running? Why are you? I want problems always. I don't want peace.
Everybody, it don't shell it. It don't shell it. Still no God, it don't happen. It don't happen. It don't say it, you. It don't say it. Oh yeah, give me chance. But it don't happen. It don't happen.
Honestly, yeah, that was a lot for me. But I think for me, I'm that roommate that will pack her load and leave that place for 2 weeks. I just want to see your face for now. Like, yeah, because I know it's always hard for me to admit I'm wrong, which I know is bad though. I'm working on it. So, which one do you think you are, Oma?
Silent treatment. See, I will live my life like you do not exist. To the extent that you be like, we'll be in the room, and you be like, am I invincible? I'm going to snub you. You can touch me. I'll be like, I will act like nobody's touching me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't. If you cannot apologize, please keep it. At the end of apologizing.
What if you're at fault though?
If I'm at fault, I'm a big fan of less talk, less communicate. I believe so much in less communication is better than assumption. If you hurt me, I might feel like, what if I'm assuming you hurt me, but you didn't know when you did this? I could call you and be like, do you know you fucked up? Here's the thing, here's the thing. But once you're like, and so, and so what did I do? What did I do? I will snub you.
Okay. So Crazy strikes me. Before you say something, you strike me as the one that will come bearing gifts and food. Yeah,
well,
the person
I think I'm blessed to set friends most times.
Well, for me, I just feel like I'm more like the silent treater, so to say. Because I know I'm just the type that will not want to cause the whole wahala and cause a lot of drama, right? So I just feel like just being on my own till maybe if it's the kind of person who wants a resolution at the end of the day, that might help me now talk. But at the end of the day, I might just stay silent and leave you to or leave the whole situation to cool off and all of that. You know? And funny enough, I just used this video to remember there was this particular roommate I had that was it's quite unfortunate, but it's one of those things we see in having to stay with somebody. I had this roommate that hides things from, he cooks soup and he locks it up somewhere. Yeah. And I was like,
you guys had an argument, right?
Not even argument.
Why are you eyeing somebody else's soup?
No, like,
but when you cook, you eat, right?
I mean, when I buy it, but when it's your own turn, that's like a silly attitude.
I once had a roommate here that when you have issues and we're not talking, she calls her family, like,
I
she would
do
tell them
not
everything.
like that.
To the extent that I didn't know that, I thought I was living a private life, but my life was open outside.
Wow.
I don't like that. That friend that calls to report to other friends, I don't like. In fact, if I add the thoughts of resolution to that conflict, and then I hear someone from outside tell me that, oh, you know what, your roommate just told me you did this. I'm like, why did she have to tell you? Because most times when you offend me, you don't see me go around telling people, because I think after we have a communication, we have a conversation, we'll be clear on what happened and would, move forward from there. But when I hear you tell people things, you're not talking to me, you're giving me silent treatment, but you can go meet other people, discuss this with them. No, it's not, yeah.
But I feel like the foundation of each friendship matters a lot. I think growing up as a child, there are some things that I know that I would not have loved, that, like, what I do now that I wish I did when I was younger. I think right now, when I have a friend, I create that foundation of no third party. I offend you, you talk to me. You offend me, I talk to you. Like, we'll communicate. If you're not cool with communication, we can't be friends. And I think that's been working for me.
I think I like that. I think more people should imbibe that. Setting some ground rules for friendship, knowing what to expect and not. Yes. So without much further ado, let's move on to the next trending video.
My brother, I know we calculate, the calculus, the plenty go. My brother, I know we calculate, the calculus, the plenty go. My brother, I know we calculate, the calculus, the plenty go.
Oh my God, that song just makes it funnier. The soundtrack, because my brother, I know fit calculate. Hey, daily data is not daily anymore. Forgive my lingua. But you get a weekly subscription, and within 2 days you get a message saying you have 400 MB remain. I'm like, okay, how do I use this data? Like, okay, what's happening? So I think this is
the truth is,
a trending issue.
I feel like we deceive ourselves when we ask ourselves, oh, how did my data finish? Trust me, you are using the data. The only problem I just feel is the way it exhausts, like it's faster, and I don't know if it's coming from the agency in charge.
There's a new tariff.
So I think that's what is. But if you say, oh, I don't know how my data is finished, it's a lie. You know how it's finished.
I don't know.
Because for some of us, especially young ones, we do a lot of TikTok, a lot of Instagramming and all of that, right? And, but unfortunately, it's such a sad thing to see, because now a lot of people have been complaining. Even me, myself, I have a router at home, and no, it's not about it's just about being consistently online. You have to be online to follow, trends, and there's a necessity for data. In fact, data is like one of the
I don't completely
important.
Agree with that, though.
No, it's just the truth. Data is almost equating to food now, right?
Data
just have to be online. I
agree with him.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
See, economy or the country is in a mess.
Okay.
Aside food and having basic amenities, I think one of our escape routes to happiness is the internet.
Online,
which I don't think is a good idea, because you see, staying glued to your phone screen like 20 out of 24 hours a day is bad. You see people, the moment they wake up, the first thing they check for is their phone. In fact, when they don't see their phone, their blood pressure goes right up that, oh, where is my phone? Where did I keep my phone? And it's not supposed to be so. Before the invention of phones, were we not surviving?
But that's a different...
Like communication, go to zero, and you see most people, you be in social gatherings and you see most people on their phone. That's what you said.
I feel like you're getting it wrong, right? It's a different thing entirely if you decide to look through your phone for 24 hours. But I'm specifically saying that internet or being online, having an online presence, so to say, is very important now.
I agree with that.
If you are looking for a job, you have to stay online, right? I mean, you hardly even see anybody come and tell you, oh, there's this job. No, you have to stay online to know what's happening, right? So that's why I said data is almost equating to food, the importance of food as well. So I just feel like it's just so sad, because as I was
Most
about to say,
communication easy.
you know, as I was about to say, I have a router at home, and before I used to pay 8,000 naira for I think about 30 gig, and I tried to still manage it. But just the other day, I was trying to buy the same data, and I'm seeing 9,000 naira.
Wow.
It got me shocked because I had to do a little pause. Should I go ahead to buy it, or you know, I should stay, you know, and just manage the other little data? But it's that bad actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but for me, data.
Okay.
For me, this data thing has become an issue. Like, is now heavy on people.
Yeah.
To the extent that we are now beginning to diverse means to get cheaper bundles and all. Even people that don't use some apps are downloading just because they are cheaper bundles there. It's just like you are, okay, I used to subscribe through the MTN app before, but right now I don't use it again. I use Money Points because there are cheaper bundles on Money Point, and it seems like their bundles last longer than the one on the
I don't
MTN
believe
app.
that, but I think it's your usage.
I'm serious.
That
Even before we used to buy 15 gig for 2,000 naira, and they increased it to 6,000 naira. Wow. But now on Money Point you can get 12 gig for 3,500. So
okay, so I think I totally get your point, and I'll just close that with this statement that cost of living won't kill the living. God should just come to our rescue, and our government should do better in making the whole economy a favorable one for us all. So now let's dive right into the last trending video of the day. Yeah, no,
that you have not done any of this I'm about to mention. You did not use salt to kill earthworm. Did you bath in the rain? Can you remember that day you washed only your hands and legs and went to school? How about that day you waved to the white birds in order to have a white spot in your finger? Did you write your name on a paper and insert in your biro to prevent it from stealing? How about that day you slept outside, but you woke up and found yourself inside? Swear that you did not use your legs to build house with sand. Swear that you did not play rubber band. Did you use paper to construct wristwatch? How about that day you close fridge slowly in order to see when the lights will go off? Did you play mommy and daddy? Tell me you did not do any of those things I mentioned.
Oh no, are you playing?
I wouldn't say guilty as charged because I was a bougie baby. I didn't do this. I didn't build houses with sand. I did not play mommy and daddy especially.
So what did you do?
I read my books. I had tutors. After school, I get back home to private tutoring.
Don't do this right now.
I'm doing it right now.
You started as a child, right? And now you're an adult. So you must have done things as a child. So what did you do, Debbie?
Not to my knowledge. I can't remember. So I'll give you the floor since you've done a lot.
Well, since you will not say anything, me, I did a lot of stuff. I remember I did this the wristwatch thing he said about using paper to form a wristwatch. I did the whole daddy and mommy.
I did mobile phone.
You know, I did, even recently as an adult, if I go to the beach, I use my leg to form, you know, something with the sand.
Yeah.
You
know,
your
on my
castle
leg.
for your dream princess.
So,
you did do kite.
I don't know if I did
That paper plane.
Okay, yeah, I think I did that actually.
But they use rope to
Wow, you guys really lived food.
That one of fridge, I did it. Like you just try to
close it small.
I want to see when that light off. Then that switch on the light and offing it. You now try to put it in between to know what will happen. Will the globe go off or will it be on?
I think most of my childhood experience was, I think it was in secondary school. I went to a boarding secondary school where we did trade by barter. You give me your rice on Tuesday and I'll give you my eba on Wednesday. Yeah, I remember doing that. Yes, so
it was fun. Those are the things that made our childhood really
yes, you know, connecting with friends across your street. Yes, and I remember there was a food seller. Stones, little stones would be beans, bigger stones would be meat, and sand would be rice.
Yeah.
Then you see them create paper currency.
We really need them because I never had an idea of.
We did it. It was really fun.
Fulfilled childhood. So yes, and that will be all on our trending videos for today. So let's dive right into the trending entertainment topics for today. And the first thing I have here is the old Wunmi Aloba, late Mohbad's wife, the old Justice for Mohbad hashtag. I know we've discussed this times with that number on the show, bringing to our new viewers new development, but I think we have a newer development here. So, Wunmi Aloba, the widow of late Nigerian singer Mohbad, has publicly appealed for help. Citing ongoing harassment and threats, she alleges that Ayodele Famuyiwa, the power of attorney for her father-in-law, Mr. Joseph Aloba, has been bullying her via social media live sessions and threatening her safety in Nigeria. Wunmi claims that Famuyiwa, based in New Mexico, USA, has been engaged in these actions for over 15 months since Mohbad's death, causing her and her 2-year-old son, Liam, significant distress. So there's a lot to dissect in this story because it ranges from the treatment of widows in Nigerian society. Then we also have the social media factor there. Is social media really, it's supposed to bring greater good than harm to human beings. But I think lately, social media has been used as a medium for suppressing people's voices. You see them come out to bully people, on the cyber platform. I mean, is it gaining more power than the judicial system? What do you think about this?
For me, social media has become a tool in which people use it to fight other people.
A tool of oppression.
Yes, a tool of oppression, a tool to bully. Like, the social media space is now toxic. Please take me back to 2018, 2019, whereby we just come on social media to do WCW, MCW, our 8 beautiful pictures. You just post amazing things. Anything you have, any good thoughts you have in your head, you go there and post it. Now, if you go there and do it, it's not working anymore. The only thing that flies on the social media is anything that has to do with toxicity.
Yes.
So, just like for Mohbad's wife, just like you said, for me, I feel like the lady has been through a lot already. The truth is, no matter how Nigerians claim to care about this Mohbad guy, yes, Mohbad was a light, is this, is that, it was bullying, yes. But the truth is, the people that feel his absence more than anybody are his family, most especially his wife and his son. They should give her a break already. Now, Mohbad's wife, she has come out to say a lot of things. Now, we are not even, there was a time we were against her saying she wasn't talking. Do you get it? There was a time where everybody was attacking her. Come out and talk, come out and talk. And she was quiet. At this point, I wish she didn't even come out again to talk. She should have just remained quiet for as long as she wanted to. Because right now, she's talking and you guys are still using it against her. You guys are now, they're not even listening to her to understand. They're listening to her to pick up points to use in attacking her again. They should give her a break. But let's leave, Mohbad is dead, right? Fine, he's in a mortuary. Can we find a way to bury the dead? Let the dead remain buried. Let the dead, how do they say that thing? Let the dead remain dead. Let's focus on the son, Liam. You get? She's out now. She wants a DNA and everything. Please, let's focus on that. Let's do that and let this guy have his peace.
Yes, I think that this begs the question. Is the Aloba family really fighting for justice?
At this point,
or fighting for money?
At this point, it's no longer justice.
Okay,
it's
so
now
I was going to say something about that because, I mean, I saw a lot of interviews that she granted, especially the one that was recent with Chude also. And I think I just saw a woman who, for her age, who is very fearless in speaking. And I also like the fact she's very eloquent as well when she's speaking. As a woman, especially as a widow, it's so sad when your husband dies and there's nobody like there to defend you, especially when you have a child like that. And what I always say is I just feel very pained, and it's so sad that an issue that should have been settled long time ago, by the said family, it seems like the family is not even helping in the situation.
Yes, it's been 15 months.
The father, who is supposed to be the one to organize the family, is still out there on the social media saying a lot of things. And it seems like he's not even fighting for the son who died.
Exactly.
Right? It seems like he's fighting for his own selfish you know, gain.
Yeah, because how will your father come online to say, even your father didn't buy you a land, then why would you buy a land in your son's name? Excuse me.
So it's so unfortunate that it's beginning to look like a competition. Like he comes out today and he's like, oh, Wunmi didn't say this. Then Wunmi comes and clarifies the air. Then it comes again. So it's more like a comeback. And it's so sad because this is your son who just died.
Yeah, it's more like she's the only person against the world right now. Do you get?
Yes, regarding what you said about him coming out to say, oh, Mohbad, why did Mohbad buy land, properties in his son Liam's name, when he himself did not buy land in his name? And you know, in the society today, it is the child that inherits the parents. But why is it looking like Mr. Joseph Aloba wants to, allegedly inherit the son? So, and now, hold on, there's a development. Mr. Joseph Aloba said he needs the power of attorney. Why do you need the power of attorney to be given to your lawyer when Mohbad has a living son, Liam?
Thank you.
So are you using that power to oppress or protect?
So as much as I always like to unattach myself from this story because it's beginning to get so annoying, right?
Yes.
But what I would say to just close this for my own self or my own opinion is that I wish this could be settled by maybe the police or I don't know which other agency could.
I think it's way beyond police now. Right? I think it has to do with the court of.
I mean, even with some of the cases.
Even Mohbad's father is beginning to tell us something indirectly that even if this case should off, he's still going to bring up another one, which is him saying if DNA proves that Liam is Mohbad's son, that he's still going to sue Wunmi because she has been taking him out all this while. That's why we should take a young child like that out for concept and all. So it's more like he's trying by all means to drag the girl. So as far as I don't see this case ending anytime.
At this point in time, I just feel like, I mean, like I mentioned, since I'm not so sure who can actually intervene in this situation because it's beginning to be too messy, I just feel like the family in question should just come together and settle this whole thing because I mean it's messy really. Okay,
now I want us to view another aspect of this topic. Widows shaming. Why does the society target women? When a man dies in Nigeria, all fingers point to the wife, to the widow in question, that she must know a thing or two about her husband's demise. So now let's look at even the late actress Nwachukwu, Osinachi Nwachukwu, even after death, people were still blaming her that why did you stay? She's dead already. Let sleeping dogs lie. Even this lady, this socialite, Bidun Igo Dalo, even after death, people were still saying things like, oh, why didn't you speak up? Like maybe her husband has things to do. If Wunmi's enemy is the one that died, we won't be saying what we'll be saying. People drag Mohbad for the wife's death. So let's talk about widow shaming in Nigeria.
Well, I just feel it's a culture thing, so to say, because here in Nigeria, especially I will speak from the Igbo tribe, when your husband dies, the next thing everybody is pointing fingers to the wife that it's possible that she's the one that killed the husband.
There are even some cultural practices I find a bit barbaric, where they say the wife will sleep in the coffin with the late husband. Forgive me, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard of such barbaric cultural practices.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's culture.
No, that's not in the same. It's not in the same coffin. You sleep in the same room with the corpse over the night.
Yeah, that is barbaric. Why that?
And some they wash the corpse and give the woman the water to drink.
Yes. So I don't know why is the same measure not being given to men too?
So like I mean it's so unfair that women sometimes have to experience this, but all I would say is, especially for women now who is a widow, is almost going to be sane to say, oh, it is the wife, because she is the one that has spent a lot of time with the man in question or the husband in question. So I can understand when people have to point finger and say, oh, it is the woman who killed the man and all of that. But I just feel like it's a culture thing, so to say. I mean, there are families that will most likely not do something like that, where a woman or a man dies and they will point finger at the woman. There are some cultures like that might not do something like that, but I still feel like it is culture-based, basically.
So from this, I think there should be laws put in place protecting women from family oppression after they're protecting widows. against family oppression after their husband's demise, because I think South Africa, they have a law like that. So I think a law like that should be enacted in Nigeria, protecting these widows after their husband's demise.
And for me, I feel like this whole thing is cultural. If we trace, the thing is, no matter if any issue should come out, they try to trace where is the foundation, where did this start. This whole thing began from our forefathers. So it's been passed on to generation to generation to generation until someone stands up and put a stop to it. There was a time they were killing twins, right? If you don't stand up and stop it, it will keep on going. Until someone stands and say enough, you will not victimize the women anymore. It has to be gender equality. You don't have to say because it's the woman, yes. Just like Osinachi that you said about, we all know that she stayed back because of love and everything. So why are you guys victimizing her even in death? Just like he said, if it was Wunmi that died, would they victimize Mohbad? That's a big question.
And we'd like to know our viewers' take on this on our YouTube channel. So without much ado, let's move right into the next trending topic. This one is quite a controversial one, and I'm sure there's about to be a lot of buzz coming. So now this is about the gospel artists / entertainment scene. So now, Wunmi Arole gave a recent take about the gospel artists in the celebrity scene. Oluwatoyin Bayegun, known as Wunmi Arole, has expressed concern over the state of the Nigerian gospel music industry, citing hypocrisy, worldliness, and Kabbalism. He criticized the industry for prioritizing connections over spiritual guidance in ministry invitations and for blurring the lines between gospel and secular performances. In a social media post, he lamented the difficulty in distinguishing between gospel ministers and secular artists. First thing I'll do is say, hey, Okay.
So for me, right, I wouldn't want to say so much on this, but what I would say is I understand the angle is coming from, having to speak. Because even some days ago, I think there was a pastor who said something about how Nigerian gospel artists are now coming up with these slangs that we would always see. And for me, personally, I don't like this idea of this secular, this bracket that they always do, or this division of putting this song as secular and this one as gospel music. Now,
there should be a divide.
Why I'm saying so is because, if we are doing that same division, I understand that there's what we could call secular and there's what we could call gospel music.
So
right?
let me chip in something there.
No, just let me, just so that I don't forget what I want to say.
Okay.
So what it means is, if the people who are called gospel music artists, right, are also having to adapt the same thing that that we find in the secular world, then I don't think there should be reason to
call
do
them
that.
gospel artists.
To do that division, basically.
From their days of humble beginnings, we see the likes of gospel artists. I don't want to mention names right now. We see the likes of some gospel artists. They are all covered up. They sing for the sole purpose of ministration.
Yeah.
To bring souls to Christ. But nowadays, you see the lines being blurred. Like the likes of Yinka Alasheyori, I think that's her name. You see her go for concerts, go for shows. They invite her for this secular shows, and you see her, dancing a certain type of way that I think is worldly. You see her dancing alata, dancing walk. So I don't know. Is that also minister?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Please come in, I want to hear from you.
Okay. So one thing you need to know is, in as much as we know that you said something about secular and gospel, the truth is there will always be a definition of secular and there will always be a definition of gospel.
Yes.
It's always been like that, and it's safe. Do you understand? I find it very safe.
But can you directly define gospel music? That's
gospel music, yes. Gospel music is all about praising God, worshiping God.
So is that what you find now? Is that what you find now?
Yes, we find it now. Now, you said something about Yinka Alasheyori. Let me tell you something. Right? Do you know what brought Yinka into the limelight?
What brought her into limelight?
Sorry, thank you for that correction. Was when Dr. Alabi came out to say she doesn't like the way she sings and dance. That has been Yinka's style right from the start.
No.
Do you understand? That was what brought her. I'm serious.
What brought her to limelight? That discussion was not about that. It was about a popular song. And the Oniduro, where he said that Oniduro Miesho, he's saying that God should not be, Oniduro means guarantor. That God should not be likened to a guarantor. That is more than a guarantor. That was where the whole issue.
Then the dance came in.
Okay.
They should also drag about the dance. I'm trying to tell you that the dance part, the dragging part of the dance was what covered that Oniduro thing. Do you get? Now, why am I saying this? Everybody has their style. Here's the issue I feel that is in all of this, causing all of this. These people have failed to understand that it's about God. They have now focused on the PR aspect of gospel.
That's true. Okay, but let's address the elephant in the room. Do you think the Nigerian church system is part of the reason for this hypocrisy? Like you see them, some churches are quick to call out secular musicians, but they turn a blind eye
when
to their gospel artists.
Yes.
So I think the Nigerian churches, they have a part to play. And there are know some churches, they have very strict rules. Once you are identified with things that are not Christ-like in their doctrine, they call you out. You see some choristers, some choir members, some choristers rather, you see them get suspensions in church because maybe they dressed a certain way, they sang a certain way, or they acted a certain way. So now let's also go to the lavish aspect of this gospel artist. You see people sing about humble beginnings, where all belongs to God, where worldly wealth acquisition is nothing, and you know, heaven is the home, heaven is the goal. You see them pop out with their private jets, you see them wear lavish clothes, you see them. So is there not a bit of
Okay, so so just to say a little about this. So I just feel like, I mean, in recent time we've seen that gospel artists are now being called out, especially when they do a little transition into that space. And I think some weeks back, we saw how one of the popular pastors of a very popular church as well called out some of his members who he knew that he groomed as music artists, right? He said, oh, these people, you don't think, he doesn't feel like they should be called gospel artists because they're already like going out of the line, right? So I just feel like it's something we should do for both the gospel artists and those who we call secular artists. So if any of them is doing wrong or they are going against whatever, we should call them out.
We should call them to order. But what if that said celebrity is now bigger than
nothing like you can't be bigger than
like Sinach, without a church, she has a brand already. Mercy Chinwo, without a church, she has a brand already.
But it still doesn't mean that you can call them out actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll leave that to our viewers to give their takes on that. So I think right now, let's have our musical break. You know, it's been tense, and let's get back to the sizzling, spicy part of our trending topics. So musical break. Like that was good. That got me dancing. Hey. Yes, that was quite exciting. Yeah, I really like the song combination. Nice. Yes, so now let's dive right into the next trending topic. And this one is about a popular topic that I expected to have made more wave than it's made on the social media platform. And this also features one of our Afrocentric socialites. So now, let's dive right in. Afrobeat artist Seun Kuti has expressed his view on the sexual harassment allegations against Senate President Godswill Akpabio by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Kuti criticized the silence of Nigerian celebrities and feminists, comparing it to their vocal support for Annie Idibia during her divorce saga with Two-Face. He expressed concern over the lack of support for Akpoti-Uduaghan, arguing that her allegations are serious and deserve attention. Kuti also suggested that some artists avoid speaking out due to their dependence on government grants. He urged African women to support the senator while acknowledging his own limitations in publicly protesting. Okay, that's an exciting one, and I have a lot to say about it. So why is it that we claim women supporting women, but in this instance, it's like women no longer support women, because a lot of noise was made for Annie Idibia, not just Annie Idibia. A lot of noise was made for women's rights across social media. But all of a sudden, when it comes to your government, when it comes to political figures, everyone is suddenly quiet.
Yeah.
Why are they quiet though?
For
what
me,
do you have to say about this, Oma?
For me, I feel like most of these men have not come out to say the truth. They are not out to say the truth. Because if it was a case of this senator was allegedly a prostitute now, right? They would have, this issue would have trended more than
this. You're twisting the story. Sorry to say, but I feel like
that's not. I'm not twisting it.
Okay.
I'm saying if it was, see, this woman, she will be trending by now. But now she's coming out to tell you people that this is what is going on, and they are not making the issue as hot as it should be. It is obvious with the way she was even talking. She even told you guys she has evidence of the call. Please, she said she has evidence. Can we investigate? Can we find out what's going on?
So let's not forget that the probe, people are already saying, oh, he should be probed and all. That's already a good energy, right? But I get what Sheon Kuti is saying, and I think I support him too. Because, when the whole Anidibia issue came up, a lot of people were supporting. In fact, I saw that comment section. It was all filled with women giving power to their fellow woman, and all of that. And I think it should be the same energy. Me, for a fact, I was happy with, how she took up the situation. I was happy to see that video where she stood up for her own rights, in the chamber there. And I mean, I like that women have to come out and be vocal about harassment and all of that, But we will just watch and see how this all plays out. Yeah. For me, I believe that regardless of the fact that he's a Senate president, if so person has come out, even though for now there's no evidence, but I mean, she mentioned that her husband was there when he did a lot of weighing, and all of that. But we'll see how this all plays out. And I am of the fact that regardless of the fact that he's a Senate president, doesn't mean that he shouldn't answer for what, somebody has.
Yeah, I get that. Hold on. So I think we'd love to take your take, but we're running out of time. So I just feel like if it was female Nigerian celebrities that, were alleging sexual harassment, the whole entertainment industry would be on fire. As seen in the Busola Dakolo versus the Koza Pastor, Pastor in both cases. But there's not a bit of double standards here. But yeah, we'd love to hear your takes on it, our viewers at home regarding this. So now let's dive right into the last trending topic for the day. And Omar, I know you'd have a lot to say on this. So a Nigerian woman, Wendy Enendu, has shared a personal experience of how a former boyfriend's critical comments affected her self-esteem. She revealed that her ex-boyfriend told her to stop smiling because it made her look ugly, which led her to stop smiling altogether. Enendu has since reclaimed her confidence, expressing her disbelief on how she allowed someone else's opinion to dictate her behavior. Yeah. How would you ask you to stop smiling and you stop smiling altogether?
Okay, so Omar, I don't know how much anyway, let me quickly just say something. Okay. So I just feel like no man, not even your boyfriend or your husband, should be able to change who you are, right? Before you guys started dating or before you got married, you had your different personality traits, right? And I'm sure that's what made you to, become who you are,
First, let's be realistic. Where do you affect your self-esteem? Okay.
It's Deborah. I need to chill. Yeah, I understand that part. For the guy to have told her, stop smiling because I feel like it makes you ugly. I understand that would have affected her because I'm sure she would want to please the guy, and she could resort to not smiling often, right? But I'm saying, a man who loves you will not want to limit who you are.
So you're saying the man did not love her?
No, I'm saying a man who loves you will not even say that in the first place.
Yeah. So are you saying that she never he doesn't love her now?
No, he's saying that if the man truly loves, yes, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But Omar, let's have your take.
Here's my own.
Okay.
So you mean as pretty as I look?
Okay.
With my amazing dimples.
Okay.
You tell me to stop smiling. Sir, please, how am I going to showcase the beauty of the Lord on this cheek?
I mean.
No.
I have a bragging right. Really brag. I brag differently, please.
Okay.
See, as a man, okay, there is something someone said on IG, Diary of a Nigeria girl, Ife. I don't know if you know her.
Okay.
Ife and our flower guy. So she said, the way you communicate with your loved ones, your choice of words matters a lot. Do you get? Now, you see a girl. It's true, there are some people that when they are on straight face, they look more beautiful, that aside. Yeah. There are people that, yes, I have like 2 people like that, I know them, that when they are like, their face is so used to when they are looking straight. But you know when they are smiling, they look awkward.
I think that man is your brother at this point. So.
No, but at the same time, no, get my point. It's rare. But at the same time, when you see them, you know, you'll be like, I prefer when she's just looking. But when she's smiling, she's pretty. But at the same time, I prefer her in some ways. But the truth is, why would you tell a beautiful girl? Let me tell you, you see men are emotionally stable. Women are emotionally unstable.
I'm emotionally stable.
Now, see, no matter how strong a woman claims she is, emotionally, there are things you say that when she's in your front, it's fine, never mind. Then when she's inside, so,
yeah.
There was actually...
I totally get that. And I think I should have one more take on this. When we talk about red flags, should negative comments in a relationship be a deal breaker? When you hear a guy say, oh, you are too fat. Oh, see your stomach. Oh, you don't even have, you know, a big buttocks.
To be honest,
you are too this, you are too that.
To be honest, it's dicey. Now, most people, one thing you need to know is some people don't know how to talk. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to say things.
They're not
they are quite insensitive. I think that's the word.
Yes,
they are insensitive. Do you get? There are things you can say, but you can say it in a better way. You don't have to feel like, okay, you can talk, you want to say this. No. Before you open your mouth, my mom will say, before you open your mouth and say something, think, how will this thing get to this person? How about that?
How will it be perceived?
Yes, how will it be perceived?
What do you have to say about this? Do you think negative comments is a deal breaker for you?
Even outside of relationship, yes, it is. So,
so if I tell you have a big head and you start talking to me?
No, even outside relationship, the way you communicate to somebody actually, you know, it's a deal breaker. So yes, I guess, yes, you should just know how to communicate.
For me, like that girl that said about the smiling thing, you can actually say something else rather than smile.
That's true. So I'll just say, no relationship is worth losing your smile, confidence, or self-worth. So if your partner's words make you feel less of yourself, then that's not love. That's emotional abuse in disguise. So that's my final take for the day. And this is where we'll be drawing the curtain on today's show. Thank you for staying with us all through. And yes, we'd love to hear your views, your takes on our YouTube channel, PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. Do well to subscribe and click that like and follow button. So yes, once again, my name is Deborah Akinpelumi, and you know I do not do this alone. So I want to say a big thank you to Oma and Prezi for winging the show with me.